family, it's Tasha MAMABEAR Prepping. You already know what time it is. Get that drink and pull up. Let's talk about it. So, going through my normal news channels, my normal stuff, seeing the same old, right? Lots of medical crisis stuff going on. Lots of Afghanistan stuff going on, right? So, some explosions, right? Outside the airport. I mean, I hate to say it, but I knew this was coming. It's just a matter of time, right? Things are going a little too smoothly as far as actual us being attacked while we're there, all this chaos at the airport, So it was just a matter of time, okay? Unsure how many, did not make it. Unsure how many Americans. I hate to sound heartless, but I don't even care. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we don't care. As a country, our administration does not care about what's going on. It's been a shit show this whole time. And it's just a bad situation, right? And now, we are in a situation where the longer we're there, the more stuff could happen. More people dying, more Americans dying, right? And we're just putting on a really bad show right now. Like, it's very, very bad, and then with the media, and they only want to tell you so much, and they only want to spin it their way. It's just horrible. And then you have somebody who doesn't want to really explain what's going on over there to the American people. It's just horrible. Okay. And I don't want to classify it as bread and circuses, but it's bread and circuses. I don't want to sound heartless because I'm definitely sympathetic. There was a ton of people that helped us. We've been over there so long. There's a lot of people that are deserving to make it back to the United States that we should definitely be taken care of and bring back, to include our own troops, to include Americans. And we're just doing a shitty job. And who knows who is coming back on those planes? It's just like the southern border crisis, Who knows? We getting all types of folks coming through, okay? I'm not sitting here trying to be racist or anything like that, but when you have a shit show that is not ran properly and is just blatantly out of control, you're bound to have bad people slip through. Absolutely, bad people are slipping through, and who knows what the consequences will be for that. So, to me, it is a form of bread and circuses. It's not that I want to be insensitive. I definitely watch the news. I definitely am paying attention because I'm like any other American, right? I want to know what's going on. But what I want you to do is, I think that it is so important that you do not stop preparedness, your family preparedness. Do not stop. And I've got a few things here. I got 10 things that just, I need you to continue to keep the course, continue to press forward on, because some of these things we are going to not have here, shortly. Okay. We're already, this food thing is already starting to see some cracks where other people are starting to see. There's rumblings of a trucker thing on the 31st where they're finally going to strike. We've heard some strikes over the last year, different dates put out, different reasons. Supposedly now they're saying, they tried to do things the right way, through the appropriate channels. They're not being heard. And, the rumblings are that they're going to go on some sort of strike. Okay. I don't care what level of strike it is. When you have something like that is about to happen in the midst of how weakened our supply chain is right now already, it's not going to be good. And so what I'm saying is, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with their thought process or what they're doing. Truckers need to be heard just like everybody else, okay? And what I'm telling you, though, is to keep the course and to keep doing things. So 10 things, you guys. Now, I have a lot of new preppers that are watching this channel and have just joined and are just starting and or fairly new. And when I say fairly new, hey, you've only been prepping for like maybe half a year or even 2 years or maybe just since the medical crisis. To me, that's new preppers, okay? Some of this stuff is broken record stuff. It's stuff I talk about all the time, but we're going to get into it, okay? I have a lot of new people, and I cannot stress the importance of getting this stuff. it is a dire time. Now, I know some people are still going to be watching me like, she is still talking about this hocus pocus crazy stuff that's the end of the world and there's not going to be food and water, and they're like, I went to the store and there's food and water. I'm like, what is she talking about, right? But I'm telling you right now that we are living in a time where one thing after another is happening. We have some crazy government going on. We have some crazy emergency crisis stuff going on that is not going anywhere, you guys. We're just getting more. We're just getting more. I'm not even talking about the drama with mandates and lockdowns. I'm talking about just the actual crisis itself and what is that going to develop into. That's all I'm talking about there, okay? You have food crisis. You have inflation. You have fires everywhere. We just had a fire right now up the street of the county over. That huge fire, 700 acres, bunch of homes burned, you guys. Bunch of residential homes burned just like that, okay? Is it contained? No, 0% contained. They really shouldn't say that. They should really report it. My significant other loves to be like, when they say like 20% contained, no, that means it's 80% out of control. So this fire still is burning and it's 100% out of control if I say it in the way he would say it, okay? Like you name it, severe weather, it just one thing after another that you have got to get ahead of, okay? You know, our economy is close. Our housing is close. Like this winter is about to be crazy. We're on the precipice of people losing their shit and standing up for their rights as far as other things. I'm telling you what, it is about to be very hectic, and you need to get these things and get these things in order in your home now so that you can be as prepared as possible. Your job is your family. That's it. Your family, okay? So let's get into it. Number one, water. I preach this all the time, and I get it. The people that are loyal and keep watching me every single day, they're gonna be like, oh man, this is gonna be another list of just the same old shit. Tasha talking about the same thing over and over and over. Water, water, water. Yes. Water, okay? This state right now that we're in, there is no water. It is dry as fuck here, okay? There is no water. All parts of the country are just like this, where there is no water. If you think that we're not going to be in some sort of water wars, water crisis down the road in the future, you're crazy, okay? You have got to be getting water and procuring water and figuring out how you can get it long-term from different sources, from your home, wells, whatever, okay? And you've got to know how to do that if the power goes down as well, okay? So don't sleep on like, oh, I got this, I got that, okay? Get your water situated. If you're in the process like us of trying to find land, trying to find a home, trying to figure out what state, you better make sure that water is a big piece of that picture of where you're going, okay? Second thing is food. Can't stress it enough, especially now. We are about to see global famine on a huge level within the next 6 months. And I'm telling you right now, food starts to run out here on any kind of long-term, and it's everywhere, like it's across our country. It's not just, oh, it's this area or this area, and it's across the country. You're talking about rioting, you're talking about protesting, you're talking about dangerous people out in the streets trying to get stuff, you're talking about thievery, you're talking about people breaking in homes, you're talking about it's dangerous times because food is everything and nobody thinks about it until there is none. And then when there is none, they are going to be looking hardcore for it, okay? Because their survival, their natural survival is going to be kicking in. So I can't stress, okay? And again, like me, grit down, canned goods, can as much stuff as you can as much fresh fruits, vegetables, and meat as you can, okay? It's very easy to get all the carbs, right, with your rice and beans and pasta and different things like that. But you need to be canning. If you're not canning yet, you need to learn how to get canning. Get the stuff. There's some cheap stuff on the market. And start canning your fresh fruits, vegetables, and meats. Get them in a jar on your shelf right now, shelf stable. And then, of course, your canned goods. 3, medicines. I can't stress this enough. I am very worried about, I've been worried for years and years about our relationships with different countries. And I don't know if you know, but a lot of our pharmaceutical type meds or pieces of those meds, they come from other countries, you guys, countries that we're not all exactly cool with, okay? And if something happens to that country or something happens between us and that country, even on some sort of non-violent way, and we're cut off or whatever the case may be, that's meds, you guys. Okay, a lot of meds. China, India. So you need to think about these things. I think about it in the sense of medical crisis and how bad that gets and which variants come out, especially India. India always gets hit very, very hard, and a lot of our stuff comes from India in regards to pharmaceutical. You just need to be stacking the meds. If you haven't had the medical I'm just going to say, if you haven't had COVID yet, you need to be stacking and you need to be taking immune boosters right now, okay? Everybody's going to get it, but you need to be taking care of yourself right now. You need to be walking, exercising, taking your immune booster type meds, your vitamin B's and C's and D3 and zinc, and having your immune booster packs and stuff like that, and Pedialyte and water to the side, just ready for that situation, okay? And knowing what you need to do to be to get healthy when that happens. Just common sense stuff. Figure out now your not over the counter, but your prescribed medicines. What are your over the counter backups for that? Okay. What are your herbal stuff backups for that? What are your whatever? You need to be doing that, because I cannot stress the importance of, I do not think it will be that easy to get medicine in the next, I'm going to say 5 years. I just think that right now everything is golden and rosy, but as we move forward with the way our world is going right now and our conflicts and things like that, I just don't think that it's smart to just be like, oh, that stuff will be here forever. Okay. If we did all of our own stuff in country, I probably wouldn't be that worried about it. Okay. But a lot of stuff comes from outside. All right. Number 4 is grid down supplies. So everything, all the supplies have to do with grid down to make your life easy. Okay. I've done a ton of videos on this. I've talked about this already. That's your power source. That's your lanterns. That's your flashlights. That's your emergency toilet. That's your alternate cooking, alternate heating, alternate cooling systems. All the things that you would need in order to basically live everyday life with no power. Get all those things, okay? Number 5 is all your feel goods. Okay, if things go south for whatever reason, okay, having the things that make you and your family happy, right? And that's your entertainment stuff. Is it games? What is it? Is that your liquor and your smoke? Is it like, what is it that is your feel goods thing? Is it you're a baker and you just love to be able to bake and you need to be stocked up on all that stuff? Like, what are the things that make you feel good? That's the stuff that you need to stack up on, okay? Especially if it's something that you go out in town to get, some sort of service. Get those things yourself and have your backups in your home. Number 6 is your security items. Again, can't stress it. If anything goes left, you have all these people that will be wanting to come after you if they get any kind of inkling that you have something that they may want. And so you have to protect your home, protect your family, protect your preps. Protect anything, your water supplies. I mean, you might get to the point where you have to worry about people trying to get water from coming on your land and getting water. Okay. Is there enough for them to be able to do that? And you're okay with that? Or no, that's a no-go. You really, really, really need to get your security system in place. Think about grid down. Okay, what does the security system look like in grid down? How are you able to still see outside? How are you able to still keep stuff lit outside? But you need to think about defense, security, defense tools, non-defense, non-lethal, lethal. You need to be getting that stuff in order. Okay. 7, hygiene. So I can't stress it enough. I know, we've all gone through the toilet paper thing, but you need toilet paper. So get the toilet paper, get the soap, get the body wash, the shampoo, conditioner, and get all those things. When I say hygiene too, I'm not talking about just like your beauty stuff. I'm talking about get your laundry soaps, get your household cleaners, hygiene for the house. Okay, counts. Hygiene for the dogs and the animals and your kids and grandma. All the extra stuff you need to be getting for you guys as humans, animals, and the house, to keep the house in order. All the hygiene stuff and cleaning stuff. Okay, gotta get it. I can't stress how important it is that you need to be stacking this stuff to the rafters. Okay. Number 8, home maintenance stuff. Just simple home maintenance stuff, right? Having a basic toolkit, making sure that you have the things, and having hand tools. Okay. Not everything being a plug-in item, right? But having, ways to use stuff that's by hand. Okay, having the tools, having the different things to fix things in your home, having your fire extinguisher, having your carbon monoxide by battery, right? Because you may be cooking inside. Basically, all the maintenance stuff you have to have your plunger for the toilet, the extra plunger, maybe the extra pieces for the toilet pieces, just different things in your home. Get those things now. We've already been talking about this a little bit because of inflation and because of shortages. So you should have already been kind of thinking about this stuff, but think about your home, walk around, walk through the things that you would maybe call the maintenance man for, or you would, you've fixed already maybe a couple times in the house already. Like, get your backups to stuff. Next one is your car maintenance. So car maintenance is, getting your extra, getting all your stuff, first of all, done on the car, right? Getting your oil change, checking your fluids. If you need new tires, you should have been getting new tires, okay? Get all the things, get extra oil. Even if you go and get oil changes, get the things to be able to change your oil yourself at your house, right? Get your extra oil, get your pan, get those things that you need. Get extra rags, gloves, all the different things, okay? Get your backups of all the fluids. Get your backup of your windshield wipers, okay? Different things. Get your lock for your gas tank, right? Get your lid that is a locking type for your gas, okay? Just think about your car and do your car maintenance. Have your car kit, your preparedness kit in there that has your car safety stuff and has preparedness stuff in case you guys had to leave in that car and you only have what's in the car, okay? So meaning there should be always some food, some water, some different stuff like that, okay? And then number 10, I said, stack your cash. I think it's important to just continue to have cash at home, continue to have cash in the car, continue to have cash readily available, and low bills, and just keep it and keep stacking it. I think that once it crashes, obviously the banks, if it's something like no power, okay, you can't get to the ATM, so you need cash. If it's something like the whole economy crashes, okay, maybe it's not worth shit, but maybe it is still worth something, okay? Maybe the dollar itself has not crashed and we're still able to use that dollar to be able to get stuff out in town, okay? I don't care what it is, okay? Your silver, your gold, your Bitcoin, whatever it is that you get into and that you like, get that stuff and stack it. We stack cash. So stacking cash, that's also stacking barter stuff. Have your smaller doses of stuff that people will be looking for, ready to go for bartering, okay? In case, hey, that dollar does crash and you can't use it, okay? But you've got, your bartering items are ready to go in a smaller capacity, okay? I cannot stress, okay? Let me give you a bonus. It's not on the list, but and this is a weak area for me, is get your comms in order. How are you getting a hold of your family if something happens? How are you talking to people? How are you getting information? You need a shortwave radio. You need a receivable radio. You need, do you need a CB radio, a ham radio, your walkie-talkies, your long-term like GMRS radios, but also just your basic walkie-talkies that are just maybe here to talk to neighbors or whatever, okay? You've got to figure out how it is that you plan on talking to people and then start making those connections now, so that you're not trying to figure out how to use the stuff, how you're trying to figure out what channels you're going to be on for different stuff, who can you talk to, who can you not, is it just receivable? I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to have a basic radio, AM, FM, that you can receive basic emergency. But who knows, depending on what happens, if there's even going to be somebody out there telling us anything, okay? So you just never know. You've got to be ready on a bunch of different fronts. And I think that it's never, in all my years of prepping, it has never been this dire and so important to prep and stack stuff. Stack it to the rafters. Stack. I cannot stress it. And I still have friends that are probably watching this like, you're a loony. You're a nutbag, Tasha. But I don't even care, because I am that serious about being prepared and getting ready, and how important it is, and how important it is right now with what's going on, prayers to everybody in Afghanistan, our troops that are still there, God bless them, our, Americans that are there, okay, that are crying out saying nobody's coming to get them, they need help, just don't get me started. But you need to take everything that we are told and that you find out, everything, even if it's something that you totally agree with, you need to be careful that you don't get sucked into that rabbit hole of just that one thing that's going on, and then you're not taking care of the things, right? We get so wrapped up in Afghanistan and what's going on, and that's good to kind of be on top of it and understand what's going on, but then keep it moving, because you have a job to do to get your family ready and to get the things. And I hate to say you're running out of time, but some of these things you definitely are running out of time, okay? You are, like food and water, it's always going to be at the top of the list. You've got to do that, okay? Because it's going to get real dangerous here in the next 6 months over food and water. I don't even want to think about it, but it's not going to be good, okay? So I'm looking forward to your comments and seeing what you have to say about this topic. Feel free to, let me know what's going on and how you feel maybe about Afghanistan. And maybe you're totally insensitive. I can't believe that you just don't want to talk about this or whatever. It's not that I don't want to talk about it. It's that I want to keep this channel to preparedness, because that's the point. And I have a lot of new preppers that that are scared, and they're seeing the writing on the wall, and they are asking for direction. They need guidance from us. They need guidance on, hey, what should they be doing? What should they be concentrating on? And unfortunately, it's not Afghanistan. You should be concentrating right now on your family and getting stuff stacked up and in your home while you have time to do so. There's still no limits right now in some stores. So now's the time to continue to buy while you're not limited, okay? Why somebody is not telling you that you can't get, 2 things of milk, okay? You can only get 1, or you can only get 1 thing of toilet paper. Like, get the stuff now while you can, okay? I can't, I feel like a broken record, but it's so dire right now that this is the concentration it needs to be on, getting the things done. Get the things done. I have all types of seasoned preppers too that every day reach out to me and they're like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. I love it because they are doing the things every single day, okay? And so look at the comments if you're new. Listen to this, but go to the comments, because they're going to tell you what they're doing every day, which is going to then give you ideas of stuff that you could do for the day as well for preparedness, okay? So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Take care.